Hello, hello, hello guys! So today is a big day. I am going to Facebook and Instagram headquarters to participate in a panel discussion about working with brands, creating content for social media. Basically gonna put 4 years of my experience into that speech. Patrick, have you ever been to Facebook headquarters?
Never. I'm very excited to go to Facebook.
I'm so excited! Okay, we are here. This is where the magic's gonna happen. So let me show you around. There we go.
The seats are awesome, right?
Yeah, it's so nice that they're all different.
Ginny to bite her fingers.
This is us for today. How cool!
Shopping, you guys may have seen some of the announcements. It's super early days. It's like kind of alpha testing stages and like weird nerdy like product terms, but it's like just trying to figure out what this might look like or what this should be. But we're starting to test shopping where the same way that you can add people tags, you can add product tags. So you can tag.
Keep your audience happy, but also stay true to yourself and what you post.
I think I'm still learning, really. It's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, I can imagine. And Julia, how would you say, because obviously Instagram has evolved so much, I mean it's amazing to see the transformation of it in the last 5 years. How would you say your kind of approach to content creation how has it changed, how has it developed?
When I started doing blog full time, I took Instagram pictures, kind of an extension of my blog, and post really highly curated editorial pictures that me and my husband, photographer, would produce. And then I started, I think through the years, I started seeing the difference, especially lately, that people want more and more in the moment kind of shots. At least from me and my fellow friend fashion bloggers, we noticed that picture that you think is gonna do amazing and you're so proud of and you spend hours doing, would perform probably quite mediocre in comparison to in the moment shot on the street or a selfie, which it was hard because I have a master's degree in photojournalism, so I always value the quality of the picture. And it is quite still a game for me to decide when, like, what kind of balance to keep and to offer people. So lately I think I'll keep the more editorial content on my blog and be more of a personality, show more behind the scenes, my everyday life on Instagram. So I think there's been like a massive kind of wavy, it's going back and forth and I'm still learning, I think.
Yeah, I think everyone is though, that's the beauty of it, right? Yeah. So then how do you sort of approach keeping your creative ideas really fresh, and how do you kind of make sure that all the content you're producing is like unique and engaging and ultimately quite fresh, and make sure you're kind of mixing it up a bit and being innovative?
It's something that I feel really strongly about because I think on Instagram
how do you keep it fresh and keep it exciting?
Yeah, I think it's I think about it a lot because sometimes I get bored of my own style and pictures of the way I produce, and sometimes it's just because I do follow a lot of other people in the same kind of industry, so you end up seeing a lot of repetition, and we essentially kind of repeat the same like food shot and like a strawberry shot and like a sunglasses in the air shot, and it's just, even though they seem to be quite popular and there's kind of this kind of safe pictures you can post on Instagram that will be crowd pleasers, but I think if you consider yourself an influencer, if it's your job, you should try and broaden the horizons and do something that you'll be known for, a little bit different. And I think if I am planning a shoot or if I know I'm going to a specific place, I sometimes open locations on Instagram to see what people done in that location beforehand, to, for example, know, being in the fashion industry, which color to wear maybe to make a better picture, or maybe what not to do because it's been oversaturated and done before. Same, I think, and I do use some other kind of platforms to go and look for inspirations, just kind of maybe like editorial, look through old copies of magazines, just to get this inspiration somewhere else than from your fellow Instagram users.
Sure. Where a lot of people now are quite aware that Instagram is very contrived, and people have carefully thought about images and videos that match their aesthetic and are in line with the rest of their content. But actually stories are such a nice way into your kind of everyday life. I mean, Julia, I know you use it a lot, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started I started from day one when they just happened to be there, and yeah, I use it for absolutely everything. And first day when I started using them, so many of my followers messaged me saying, "It's so cool to hear your voice. It's so cool to know how you sound." And I think it just connected me with people I follow, people who follow me. We now, sometimes we probably, and I wouldn't put everything on Instagram on the picture, but I would probably most likely show it on the stories. And people do interact and comment, you know, cat, like just everything, like funny, silly moments of everyday life. I think bring us together a bit more. Part of a brief to do that. No one so far asked me to do live, but I think that probably also will happen at some point. Yeah, and I think it's easy. It's nice way to do it, and it's more organic, and people can just relate to it a bit more.
Yeah, and it's kind of behind the scenes, insight into your own life. Yeah, sure. That makes sense.